Hiya, neighbor. How are you today? Today is a special day. As a little girl, I often started my days in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, eagerly waiting for him to zip up his cardigan sweater, tie up his blue lace sneakers, and take me to the land of make-believe. Each morning, with a warm smile and a gentle voice, he would invite me into his living room, sing to me, dream with me, and teach me so many important lessons about love, kindness, gratitude, and helping others. He made me believe that I was special and that I could make a difference. He wanted to be my neighbor. In his book, The World According to Mr. Rogers, Important Things to Remember, Fred Rogers writes, "The connections we make in the course of a life, well, maybe that's what heaven is." I believe he was right. I became the president of the community synagogue a little more than a year ago with two primary goals. First, to make connections, and second, to make a difference. And I stand here today incredibly proud and grateful that with your help, we have accomplished both goals in large ways and small. There is a terrific new energy and buzz in synagogue life. This past year, we saw continued growth with more members volunteering for the first time and others re-engaging after a long hiatus. We completed a major survey that helped us understand what are we doing right and what can we do better. We reevaluated our business operations and made significant cost savings improvements. And, oh yeah, we had our most successful fundraiser ever, our 65th anniversary gala, where over 300 members attended, and together we raised over $1 million to retire our mortgage by the end of 2019. No doubt we connected, and no doubt we made a real difference. While traveling to the West Coast this past summer, I watched a classic movie called Collateral Beauty. The movie features Will Smith playing Howard Inlet, a senior advertising executive, and it opens with him giving a speech to his coworkers after their most successful year ever. He begins with a question. What is your why? Why did you get out of bed? Why did you put on those clothes? Why did you come here today? And Smith answers, we are here to connect. Well, I immediately hit rewind on the screen. Thank you. I immediately hit rewind on the screen and replayed this scene, thinking about how it directly applies to our synagogue. So I ask you today, what is your why? And why are you a member of the community synagogue? Are you seeking a deep spiritual connection or because of our extraordinary clergy? Are you looking to make new friends or be a part of a larger community? Or maybe to share some important life cycle events? Or maybe you became a member because you want your child to attend our early childhood center or our religious school. In the end, I believe our answers are generally the same. And as Smith says, we are here to connect. How many of you are aware that our synagogue tagline is making sacred connections? Creating relationships and engaging our members is at the core of everything we do. We think about it all the time. When we create new programs, plan events, develop new curriculum, review budgets, hire new staff, and more. It is also the premise behind our new marketing campaign called You Belong at Community. We understand that connections are made every day in the friendships we form, the moments we share, and in the lives we touch. Let me share some true stories from this past year. First, friendships formed. This year, I often found myself at a shiva home, packed with members and their adult children, each telling me that they, parent and child, made their best lifelong friends right here at Community, and how lucky they feel to be part of our special congregation. We make connections in the moments we share, just as we did two weeks ago at the start of our 7th grade Torah study, where Rabbi Z and Shari led a group of over 40 students on a hike in the Sands Point Preserve, teaching them about the days of awe. They got to hear the sounds of the shofar deep in the woods and to identify examples of creation, brokenness, and redemption in nature and in life. No doubt, this was a special moment shared and one that will not be forgotten. And third, we make connections in the lives we touch. And last fall, a new inclusion committee was created, consisting of a group of teens, seniors, and parents of children with various disabilities. Their goal was simple: to make every person walking into our building feel welcome and safe. This committee made so many improvements, big and small, including installing nameplates in our office to make us more welcoming, and looking for ways, and we continue to look for ways, to make our facility more handicap accessible, and also offering fidget toys in the sanctuary for those who have trouble sitting still. I distinctly remember one Shabbat morning when an adorable little 6-year-old girl came over to me and thanked me for letting her borrow my toys. The mom thanked me too. As we look to the coming year, we expect to grow to over 750 families. Of course, we are very proud of our vitality, but also keenly aware of the inherent challenges of making a large congregation feel small. We are not a one-size-fits-all congregation, and we are working hard to create new programs that are appealing to all members of all stages and of all ages. For example, last year, we created a baby boomer affiliate group, appealing to people who had previously expressed feeling disengaged. By first asking what they wanted, we were able to understand and then offer targeted programs and trips that were enjoyed and appreciated by over 50 members. Also, after several years of limited adult education programming, this year we are launching Open Minds, a new lifelong learning initiative that will provide a rich array of social events and educational opportunities throughout the year. I hope you will take a look at the brochure on your seats and consider joining me at either an author presentation, spirituality workshop, or maybe a cooking class. And finally, I am incredibly excited to tell you about our new Mindful Leadership Institute, an innovative program launched this summer targeting our young adults, those college-age and recent graduates. Because we know how stressful these transitional years can be, we created a program that brings Judaism to them in ways that are relevant and meaningful. Through social networking, mentorships, and various training and service programs, we are making connections. We are building confidence and leadership skills and helping them find passion and purpose during a pivotal time in their lives. Having been a mentor this past summer, I can tell you firsthand how meaningful these connections have been for everyone involved. This past year, we also recognized the need to proactively plan ahead to ensure long-term sustainability. With this in mind, we created a strategic visioning task force charged with identifying key priorities critical to thriving in the future. There are many questions being addressed, including how big do we want to be? What staffing and facility changes may be necessary? How can we engage the next generation of members? And how can we make our synagogue more affordable? This committee is hard at work answering these questions and more, and I hope to be able to share more details with you during the year. So I hope I have been able to convey that we are fully committed to understanding your why, making connections, making a difference, and building for the future. But we cannot forget about today and our current financial needs. Now, you are probably saying, is she crazy? Didn't we just raise over $1 million, and aren't we retiring our mortgage? Yes, I did, and no, I'm not crazy. Gala monies raised in donations and pledges will retire our mortgage next year and will most definitely eliminate a huge burden on our operating budget. But unfortunately, that isn't enough. With our outstanding clergy, beautiful but aging building, excellent schools, and experienced staff, it's expensive to run our synagogue, and dues just aren't enough to cover our costs even after we retire the mortgage. Therefore, I ask you, please join me and our entire leadership committee in contributing to our annual Kol Nidre appeal. For the first time in our 65-year history, 100% of our leadership, including past presidents, clergy, senior staff, and our entire 33-person board of trustee will be participating. I hope this will inspire you to contribute as well in any capacity that is comfortable. If every family even contributed $18, we would raise over $13,000, which would cover the cost of our tent rentals or replace the NPR carpet. In closing, I am reminded of a recent book I read by Chandra Rhimes titled The Year of Yes. For those of you who don't know, Chandra is the brilliant television writer and creator of Grey's Anatomy and Scandal. In her autobiography, Chandra accepts her sister Dolores's year-long challenge of stepping out of her comfort zone, saying yes to speaking engagements, saying yes to taking care of her body, saying yes to dancing it out with the right people, and to challenging herself in new ways that all lead to tremendous personal growth and happiness. So, I invite you all to a year of yes. Yes to participating in an adult ed class. Yes to volunteering on a new committee. Yes to becoming a member, to attending a fundraising event, to contributing to our Kol Nidre appeal. And yes to letting us know what is your why. I can guarantee it will lead to more moments shared, friendships formed, and lives touched, because you belong at community. Gemar Chatima Tova. May you all be written and sealed for a meaningful year. Thank you.
Proud mother,